Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're gonna test the autofocus of Sony A7 mirrorless camera. Right now, I'm using 50mm f1.8 FE lens along with this camera. And I'm using fully manual mode with auto ISO. The aperture is f1.8 and the shutter speed is 1/50. Primarily in this video, we're gonna test how the autofocus performs when you are sitting in front of the camera, whether it is able to keep your face in focus in video or not. If you are new to my channel, consider subscribing it and pressing the notification icon so that you are always notified whenever I post a new video. This camera was introduced in 2014 and the autofocus system in this camera is not so good if you compare this with newer Sony camera. The Sony A7 III, the Sony A7 IV, Sony A6100, A6400, they have really very good autofocus. You can totally rely upon them. But if you compare this camera, you can already see in the video that the autofocus is not so good. Sometimes it is struggling to keep my face in focus. Sometimes it will keep my face in focus, but then it will hunt a bit. It will move around the focus. Sometimes my face would be very sharp, sometimes it would become a bit blurry. Some of the negative things about this camera is that this camera do not have a flip out screen, and because of that I'm not able to see if my face is in the frame or not. However, there is a workaround for that. I am using this camera in front of a window and I can see the reflection of the screen in the window glass. So because of that, at least I can see that my head is inside the frame. But whether my face is in focus or not, I cannot know unless the video is recorded. I see the video on my laptop screen. I do not know if my face is in focus or not. If I had a flip out screen, at least I would be able to see my face is in focus or not, and if I am in the frame or not. So that is one big drawback with this camera. However, if I talk about the video quality, the video is really nice because this is a full frame camera, and with a full frame camera you get more depth of field, you get more background blur, and the low light performance is also really very awesome. But if you are someone who records your video on your own, you are making video for YouTube, these kind of talking head kind of video, then it is really important that your face is tracked, because if your video is having focus in and out like this, then your viewers would be annoyed. They would leave your channel. They won't like the video. So having a good focus in video is very important. One workaround for that is that you can fix the focus at the place where you're gonna sit and then start the recording after putting your lens in manual focus. But if you have to do that, you can do that with even a very old camera, Nikon D3100, D3200, Canon 1200D or 1300D, that too for a very small price, because those cameras are very cheap. Why would you buy an expensive mirrorless camera for that? That's why I am a bit disappointed with the autofocus in video of this camera. I cannot rely on this camera for autofocus. I am primarily using Canon 200D camera for making my videos, and that camera have dual pixel autofocus, and the autofocus works so well. It always keeps my face in focus. If I go out of the frame and then when I come back in the frame, it focuses on my face so smoothly and so quickly, and I totally love the autofocus on that camera, even though that is a DSLR and much cheaper than this camera. So guys, if you are primarily a video shooter, I would say you can go for Sony A6000, Sony A6100 or Sony A7 III, because those camera autofocus system is something that you can rely upon, but you cannot rely on this camera. However, when it comes to photography, this camera takes stunning photos. The low light performance is awesome. The clarity, the sharpness, everything is really very awesome from this camera. So guys, I'm gonna continue using this Sony A7 camera, but only for photography. But for video, I'm still gonna use my Canon 200D because that gets the job done for me. It is easy to use. And when it comes to photography or for in general anything else in life, whatever gets the job done and whatever is more convenient to use, I guess you should go for that. And this one is still a great camera, but only for photography, not for video. I hope you got your answer looking at my video. If you like the video, like and share it. That would give me more motivation and the video will reach out to more people. And please subscribe to the channel and press the notification icon.